Good morning and welcome to an all-new Eye of the Tiger. I'm Gabe Townsend.
And I'm Austin Daly.
The cafeteria is done being renovated. Zoe Stevens has the story.
The cafeteria has been remodeled with the door removed and the kitchen changed to be more efficient to serve food faster for students.
I like it because it just looks so much cleaner than last time. Because back then when we entered as freshmen, it just looked disgusting, looked old. So this makes it look hip.
It's a lot cleaner and just more like presentable.
One of the major changes involved bathroom renovations.
The urinal's gone and it's kind of stupid because the whole bathroom is divided into two. Because half of the bathroom is the stall and it's kind of stupid. I don't know. They wasted their time.
I think I'll use the bathroom now because it's like newer and not as disgusting as it used to be.
Algebra 2 is being taken out of the RHS curriculum to be replaced by the Common Core class, Integrated Math 3.
Are equally as prepared, if not more. They have some slightly different skill sets. I think they're better graphers than our old Algebra 2 students were. By far, they're much better at taking an equation and graphing it.
Teacher Michelle Walton is referring to the students in her new class, Integrated Math 3.
And they're also better at interpreting math in context, like what it means, not just the algebra, but what it means to represent a problem. But they sometimes are not as strong, kind of just solving things algebraically, just the basic equation stuff. So just slightly different skills, but equally as prepared.
I spoke to former IM3 student Donovan Jones as he shares his thoughts on how his preparation for honors pre-calc is in contrast to Algebra 2.
I think we're probably equally ready for the class. It was pretty difficult in the beginning because we did a lot of Algebra 2 review, but then once we started doing stuff from IM3, it got easier.
The real difficulty is transitioning from Common Core.
Yeah, in Common Core we had a lot of word problems that you had to have a long explanation for, and in honors pre-calc we don't really have that.
Getting rid of Algebra 2 follows the trend of revamping Roseville's math programs.
Because that was part of the old sequence of courses, the Algebra 1, Geometry, Algebra 2, which we phased out for Integrated 1, Integrated 2, and Integrated 3. So each year, 3 years ago, we dropped Algebra 1, then we dropped Geometry. Now we're dropping Algebra 2 as we introduced Integrated 1, Integrated 2, Integrated 3.
There are differences in difficulties for both grades moving into calculus-based classes, but both Algebra 2 and IM3 students are equally prepared for the next level in the curriculum.
We now go over to Jason Russell for sports.
Good morning and welcome to an all-new edition of EOTSN. I'm Jason Russell. Tonight marks the 8th game of the season for the Roseville High School varsity football team. They will be taking on the 6-1 Whitney Wildcats, who have been rolling this season behind a high-powered offense and a dominating defense. So who are the Whitney Wildcats? Well, the Wildcats come into this game with a 6-1 league record and are currently ranked second in the CVC, while Roseville is third. Whitney has allowed the fewest points in league so far at 55, and they also put up the second most amount of points in league with 169. They are averaging over 300 yards passing per game and over 100 yards rushing per game. Their defense is equally impressive with 10 total interceptions and 25 total sacks. Needless to say, Whitney is not very good. No, that's not true. But what is true is that in order to be playing at such a high level, you need star players, and Whitney has two of them. Quarterback Jake Cruz has thrown for over 1,600 yards and has 19 total touchdowns and 3 interceptions. He completes 65% of his passes and averages 19 yards per pass completion. Oh, and if that stat wasn't impressive enough, he's a junior. Now, the man he's been throwing to the most is also a junior. Wide receiver Justin Kraft has over 50 catches this season, over 900 receiving yards, and averages 131 yards per game and has 7 total touchdowns. Whitney is going to provide a tough challenge for the 6-1 Roseville Tigers, who regained their winning style last week, beating Bella Vista 57-0. Hopefully they can keep it rolling tonight. And last but certainly not least, the varsity girls golf team for the second year in a row won the CVC league title, ending the year with a 13-1 league record. Be sure to tune in next Tuesday for the full season breakdown of the varsity girls golf team. And that's it on your home for Roseville High School sports, top plays, breakdowns, and more. Eye of the Tiger Sports Network, EOTSN. Now we go to Troy with Tiger Talk.
Hi guys, it's Troy with Tiger Talk. Last time I asked students if they think administration should take action on students posting fights to social media. This week I asked the same question, but whether or not action should be placed on racist posts on social media.
I think that if it's serious racism, something should be done about it, but if they're just messing around, I don't think it could really hurt anybody.
Well, I think that it shouldn't really be taken into the school's hands because, I mean, it's on social media, so.
No, I think the whole social media thing as a whole shouldn't be like involved with by administration. I think that's kind of stupid. It's kind of private, you know.
I think we should at appropriate times. I think that we shouldn't go for racism, but we should definitely stop it at all costs.
I don't know. At one part, that's kind of like students' privacy, but at other parts, if it is harming other people, then they should. But
Yes,
How come?
because it's racism. That's a big problem, and
Yeah,
that should be taken seriously.
No, I don't personally.
How come?
It's not their business.
So what if it's harming someone and someone's really upset about the racist stuff said towards them?
It's not school's problem to get involved in.
You know what? No.
How come?
Well, you know what? I feel like the school doesn't need to get involved with everything. They always seem to step into everything.
Responses to this matter seem to be mixed. I personally think that the school has nothing to do with our social media or anything off campus. Now back to news.
Thanks, Troy. The band program has found success this year in competitions. Sam Toomey has more on the story.
The Roseville High School band in their last two competitions placed first in their division, with Woodwinds also getting first in their division. Among these results, a notable standout is Amanda Lopes, who finished in second among 22 drum majors. She was excited by her finish and is now even more motivated to succeed.
I was definitely very excited that I got second. It wasn't my cleanest performance personally, but it definitely motivated me more to keep pushing myself and getting second. Now I know I can do it and I'm more motivated to go for first than I was before.
No success could come without preparation. Lopes and the rest of the band have put in time to master their craft.
Lots of outside practice. To become drum major, you go to a lot of camps and you learn the basics of conducting. And I've gone and I've gotten feedback from people who have professionally done drum majors and who are judges. And so I just try to take all the feedback I get and keep pushing myself.
Basically, just make sure that the students know their parts in the music, they have their music memorized, know their sets in the field show, and just know what they're doing so that they can feel confident when they go out and perform.
The band's next competition is October 29th at Folsom High School.
On a final note, yesterday was maintenance employee Jacob Marsh's last day at RHS. He's now moving to Washington State to take another position there.
I mean, I've been in this district for, like I said, almost 10 years. So that's a third of my life. So, I mean, the students here are great. The staff here is phenomenal. It's been awesome working here.
That's it for us today on Eye of the Tiger.
And remember, we're always on eyeofthetigernews.com. See you next time.